paths and the front of the houses.
Good morning, this is Newcastle City Council. You join us this morning in Jesmond. We're on Manor House Road, which is this street here. It's one of the main student streets in Jesmond. We're with students and residents who are about to do a sort of community litter pick following Freshers Week to basically clear up the streets. Jesmond, like everywhere else in the city, litter all over the place. We need to organise ourselves and try and get this stuff sorted out, so that's what these people have done. They're receiving a briefing now on what to pick up, what not to pick up, and as soon as everyone gets going, I'll take you in and we'll have a quick chat with some of the people involved. As I said, we've got students from Newcastle University. This is an area very much associated with Newcastle Uni students. Hello. All right, so
hello.
First off, can I ask you please, can you introduce yourself? Tell everybody your name and what you're doing here.
So my name's Sarah Craggs. I'm the Welfare and Equality Officer at Newcastle University Students' Union. So my role is to represent all welfare and wellbeing issues within Students' Union. So this week we've had our Alcohol and Drug Awareness Week. So we've had the policing, we've had the public health, and our final day we've got a selection of students and volunteers from we've got a lot of volunteers from our society Raising and Giving.
Okay.
To litter pick. Obviously with Freshers Week happening, there is a lot of litter around, and just to point out that we've got one of our presidents, Jack from RAG here, and one of their main missions this year is to do more work within the community and getting their volunteers to come out.
Because the students get a bad name, don't they? You know?
Students do get a bad name, and I mean it's almost not always representative of all the student population. It's just a few who don't dispose of stuff in the correct manner. But obviously putting a negative reputation on the full student body, that's sort of what we're trying to prevent. So that's why we're here.
Well, look, thank you very much. Let's just say, what have you got? So you've got your high vis.
I've got my high vis jacket, my picker, my bag, very attractive gloves.
Wonderful. And so how long are you going to be working for?
In my role?
Yeah, no, doing this today. Yeah.
I think we're going to be here for a few hours. We've got a few more volunteers from the Raising and Giving Society as well, and from students from the university coming in between their lectures and seminars. So yeah, they're making a genuine effort.
Do you need more volunteers?
Yes, I think we will be getting more volunteers, especially when, particularly when this society Raising and Giving promote themselves more. Last year we had over 200 volunteers in RAG, so I think if they can promote the community work, there will be big interest there. So
how do they get in touch with you then if they were interested?
If they just want interest in volunteering in general, you can. I've got my Welfare and Equality Facebook page, or you can email me on welfare.union@ncl.ac.uk. Again, if you want to join societies, go into our Student Union website, and there are a lot of other societies who will be doing stuff within the community as well. So
okay, so what we'll do when this video is finished is I'll put those tags at the top of it so everybody can get those. Right, now everyone's dispersed.
Yes.
I was looking at you while I was filming this. Where's everybody gone? Should we go and try and find some of your volunteers?
Yes,
where did they go?
So I think
we'll move off of the car.
So we've got one of our volunteers here.
Here we are. Right, so hello. Hi. Unlucky you've just walked past. So you're the next. Thank you very much.
Sorry, thank you.
Can I ask you, can you introduce yourself? Tell us where you're from, tell us what you're doing.
Okay, so I'm Lucy. I'm a student at Newcastle Uni, and I've come here to volunteer as part
Sorry,
of
Lucy,
Raising and
I'm going
Giving.
to have to stand too close to you. It's just it's very windy and the microphone's bad on this. So what are you doing this morning?
So we're doing litter picking. So basically our society got asked to come down, and so we volunteered to help clean up the streets.
Do you live in Jesmond?
Yeah, I do. I live in West Jesmond.
And what's it like? Is there a problem with litter?
I think there is a problem with litter. I think it's mainly just that people just drop stuff and then they just don't really remember it. So I think it is a problem with litter, but I don't think it's just generally students. I think it's just the community problem.
It seems to me, I'm a bit of an old fogey, but I honestly wouldn't dream of just dropping stuff on the ground. But nowadays, it just seems like people are like, oh well, I'll stick it on top of a wall, I'll hoy it down here. What's going on? I mean, is there an attitude of someone else will clear it up?
I don't know. I really don't. I think I wouldn't drop it, so hopefully I think that others wouldn't as well.
Yeah, so how many of you have come down today to do this?
I think there's about 10 of us.
Yeah.
There's more coming later, so it's just people coming throughout the day to come and volunteer.
Alright, look, well thank you very much for your time and good luck. Cheers, mate. So, we'll follow up the street here. Manor House Road in Jesmond is a very long street that runs sort of parallel to Osborne Road. There's an issue there sometimes at the end of term when things are turfed out of the student houses and the back lanes can get fairly busy. So it's good to see everybody getting together to try and make a difference here. Now, one of the local councillors here. Hello.
Hiya.
So you're involved as well. Can you introduce yourself to everybody? Tell us your role, what you're doing.
Hi, so I'm Councillor Stella Postlethwaite. I'm a councillor for North Jesmond Ward, which is where we are today.
Yeah.
I'm involved with Keep Jesmond Clean as well. It's a residents group, and we meet about once a month. It'd be great, like anyone can get involved, like from across Jesmond. And what we love doing are things with, with other members of the community. So that's why this is great today, because we occasionally do litter picks like this, and they're a bit about awareness raising, because we do sometimes have a problem with litter on the street.
I mean, this is an issue you've identified that needs to be addressed, yeah?
Yeah, and we think that if we're out as a group, other people will see us, and they'll think about maybe they might get involved, or they'll just think a bit more about how they dispose of their litter. Because it could just be as much as if you're putting litter in a bin and perhaps you can't close the lid, then on a windy day,
like today,
then the litter will blow out onto the streets, and so it's just about getting people to think more about keeping the streets as clean as possible in Jesmond.
For those people who may be watching this, can I ask you what your advice would be to them? If other parts of the city, if other people want to form residents groups, how do you organise this? How do you get together and get this sorted out?
They could approach their local councillor, because Keep Jesmond Clean was originally set up by Councillor Perry. Yeah. So he's one of the other councillors in this ward. So that would be my first advice. Approach a councillor, because there are lots of groups actually you can already get involved with. But yeah, maybe your local council will be able to support you in getting in touch with the voluntary, CVS, who might also be able to advise you. Yeah.
And what's it like for you? You're a Jesmond resident, seeing these students coming out and pitching in to help today.
It's really nice. I think it's really positive. It's great that NUSU are here. Because North Jesmond's a really mixed community, and it's usual that some of the longer term residents are more aware of this as a problem because they've lived here for possibly many years, whereas some students have perhaps just moved to the area, and actually compared to other areas in cities, Jesmond can sometimes, depending on which street you're on, can look cleaner than certain areas. So they're more aware instantly of the problem. But I don't think students are, they're not seeing. It's just that, if you're busy, you're late to a lecture, you're just running down the street. It's not perhaps as big an issue in your mind, but it is to lots of other people. So it's great when you kind of get everyone together, because it forms a more cohesive group and people can understand each other's views. And lots of students haven't been living here that long, and actually, so I was at a street party on Sanderson Road, another area of the ward, which was again a mixed group of longer term residents and students on the street, and